boys and girls. This is Mrs. Alexander. I'm so excited to be working with you with your short vowel sounds again. Today we are going to focus on the short vowel sound for the letter A. Let's review our short vowel sounds real quickly before we begin. So remember, short A spells the A sound like an apple. Let's do the short A sound together. Ready? Ah, do it with me. Ah. Short E says eh like edge. Let's do it together. Ready? Eh. Do it with me. Eh. Short I spells it like itch. Watch. Ready? Eh. Do it with me. Eh. Short O spells the ah sound like octopus. Let's do it together. Ready? Ah. One more time. Ah. And short U spells the sound like up. Ready? One more time. So boys and girls, today we are going to be listening for that short A sound that says ah. But before we get started with sorting our words today, let's do some playing with words. Are you ready? Today we're going to break words apart. So if we have a word like the word cat, I can say the word cat, and then I can break off its beginning, and I still have part of it left, at. I can put it back together, cat. So watch again. This is the word cat. I'm going to break off the first part, and I have at, and together it is cat. Let's do another one. Let's do the word bat. Are you ready? I use a baseball bat when I'm playing baseball. This is the word bat. I'm going to break off the beginning, and I still have at. Put it together, bat. Let's do another one. Let's do fan. Ready? Say fan. Fan. Let's break off the beginning. The rest of it is and. Put it together. Fan. All right, one more. Let's do the word Pam. Pam. Ready? Pam. Break off the beginning. The rest of it is am. Put it together. Pam. Good job. So today we're going to be listening for those ending parts that we were just playing with. We're going to listen for the part that says at, the part that says and the part that says am, and those parts are sometimes at the end of little words. So as I'm looking at these word parts, you'll notice that they all have a short A in them, okay? And short A spells the sound ah. Let's touch and say each of these parts. Ready? At. What's the part? At. Let's touch and say the next one. Ready? Am. Boy, that one was a little tricky. What's the part? Am. Every time I see that part, you know what? I'm not going to touch and say it. I'm just going to say am because I know that's my part, okay? Let's touch and say this one and figure it out. Ready? And. That's the part. It's and. So what does this part say? And. Every time I see it, I'm just going to say and because I know that that part spells and. Okay, so boys and girls, we're going to sort our words and we're going to listen and think, does this word have at? Does this word have am? Or does this word have and? Now I need you to do something to be ready to get started with me. I need you to go find a piece of paper. And you're going to take your paper and you're going to draw 2 lines so that your paper is in 1, 2, 3 parts. So we're going to draw 2 lines so our paper is in 1, 2, 3 parts. Draw your 2 lines on your piece of paper. And your piece of paper can have lines. Your piece of paper can be blank. Your piece of paper can be colored. It can be any paper that you find. Draw your 2 lines. And then I need you to write those parts in each column of your paper. So make sure that you write the part at, make sure you write the part and make sure you write the part am. I want you to pause the video, go do that now, and come back with your paper and a pencil. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, boys and girls, I'm so excited that you're back and we're ready to sort our words. So, I have a whole stack of words that are right here, and they either have at, am, or an. I'm going to touch and say the word, And when I touch and say this time, I'm going to say the part instead of saying the individual sounds. So I know I could say each sound for this word. So for example, this word, I could say an, ran. But I know now that this part right here says an. I know this part says an. So when I touch and say, I'm just going to go an. Put it together, ran. So now let me think. Did that word have at, am, or an? An. That's right, I heard the an part. So I'm going to sort it in the and column. Now, boys and girls, you don't have letter cards, so you're just going to take your piece of paper and your pencil, and I want you to write the word ran right there underneath an. Okay, go ahead and do that now. You can pause me as we go, so then Mrs. Alexander stops talking so you can write your words. But I'm going to keep talking right now, so if I go too fast, you just pause me. Okay, all right, new word. All right. I see a part I know. I see the and part. So when I touch and say this, I'm going to touch that first sound, and then I'm going to say and. Ready? And, what's the word? Can. Okay, so let's think. Did that word have at, am, or an? Where would you put it? That's right. I'm going to put the word can with the word ran because they both have the and part at the end of the word. We call that a phonogram. That's pretty cool. Okay, so these words have something in common. Now remember, you're going to grab your paper, grab your pencil, and write the word can underneath the word ran. You can pause me if you need to do that, but we're going to keep going. Okay, let's do another one. I know I can touch and say each sound, but I'm going to look for that part I know. I know the part am. We practiced it already. So let's touch and say our sounds. J. And now this part, am. The word is j, am, jam. What's the word? Jam. I can put jam on my peanut butter sandwich, and then it's even better. So good. Strawberry jam is so yummy. So let's think. Does jam have at, am, or an in it? Jam. That's right. It has the am part in it. All of these words have the short a that says ah, but they all have different endings, don't they? Go ahead and write the word jam underneath am on your piece of paper. Go ahead and do that, but we're going to keep going. Remember, you can pause Mrs. Alexander if you need to. Wouldn't that be fun to be able to do that in class? Okay, this is another word that I know I should know how to read. I can touch and say each of those sounds, so I could go k, at. But I know that this part right here, A-T, it spells at. So when I touch and say it, I can just say this together. I can say at. Watch. At. At. What's the word? Cat. Very good. So let's think. Would we put that with at, am, or an? Where would that go? I agree. We're going to put this word under the at. Make sure you write that on your paper. Okay, let's do another one. I haven't seen this word before. Okay, but I'm not going to let it trick me because I'm looking for these parts that I know. So as I look at this word, I see A-N, and I know that A-N spells an. Okay, so let's touch and say t. An, what's the word? Tan. Very good. So does this word have at, am, or an at the end of it? T, an, tan. I agree. It should go under the and column. And look at that, boys and girls. Ran, can, and tan all have this common word part. They all have an at the end of them, but they have different beginning sounds. So when I'm reading, I can look for parts that I know. Let's do another one. Looking to see the part that I know. I recognize A-T. A-T spells at. Okay, so as I touch and say, I'm going to just say at when I get to this part. Ready? P, at. What's the word? Pat. All right, so let's think. Would I put pat with cat, jam, or tan? I'm thinking about those parts. Does it have a part like cat, like jam, or like tan? That's right, pat and cat both have the at part. So I'm going to put it with cat. Make sure that you write that word pat under your at column on your piece of paper. You can pause me if you need to, but let's keep going if you don't. Ready? Alrighty. I see a part that I know. Do you? What does A-M spell? That's right, it spells am. Okay, so let's touch and say. Am. What's the word? Sam. Where would the name Sam go? Would Sam go under at, am, or an? Where would we put that word Sam? I agree. We're going to put it under am with jam because these words have the same ending part. They both have the phonogram am. All right, let's do another one. Oh. Do you see a part that you know? I think I do. That's right. A-M spells am. All right, let's touch and say. Ready? Am. The word is yam. A yam it grows in the ground like a potato, but you know what color it is when you cut open a yam? It's orange. It's like an orange potato. Tastes like a carrot though. All right, so where will we put the word yam? Would that go with at, am, or an? What do you think? I agree. The word yam has am in it, so we're going to put it with jam and sam and, well, now yam is there, right? Because they all have am at the end of the word. Let's do another one. Okay, where am I going to put my word? I'm going to put it right there. Okay. I'm looking for a part that I know. I always look for parts that I know. And I recognize this part. What does this part say, boys and girls? A-M spells am. Very good. We've read a lot of am words today, haven't we? Let's touch and say the first sound and the rest of the word. Ready? Am. What's the word? Ham. Okay, so where would the word ham go? Would ham go with at, am, or an? Some of you already have your pencils and you're writing it down, aren't you? That's right. I'm going to put ham with yam and sam and jam because they all have the am part at the end of the word. I'm going to move ham over. This is making me hungry as I'm reading jam and yam and ham. Now I want to go have some lunch, like a ham and cheese sandwich with yam fries on the side. Okay, let's do another word. Ready? Okay, here we go. I'm looking for a part I know. I see the part an. When we touch and say, let's say the beginning sound and then the rest of the word. Ready? An. The word is man. Okay, so the man had a yam and a ham and a jar of jam. Where would we put the word man? Would man go under at, am, or an? Where would you put it? That's right, boys and girls. I would put it under the part an. So ran, can, tan, and man all have the same ending part. Okay, before we go, boys and girls, let's quickly read our columns. Ready? At. Touch and say. Cat, pat. Next one, am. Touch and say. Jam, sam, yam, ham. Ready? An. Touch and say. Ran, can, tan, man. Very good. So boys and girls, today as you're reading, let's pay attention to the vowel in the middle of the word. If you see a short vowel A, let's see if it spells at. And then pay attention to what the consonant is after it. Maybe you'll see a part you know like at, am, or an. Bye!